In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Apps Script to automatically create a slide deck from Google Sheets. And this allows you to automate your end-to-end process from pulling in data into creating slide decks. So let me show you an example of this. So this is a data set that I've brought in from BigQuery. The way to get data sets in this format from BigQuery is just to go to Data, go to Data Connectors, go to BigQuery, then pull your data set. I'm just using the public data set here, and then grab your table, connect, and that'll pull it in this format. So that's essentially how to do that, just to show you how I've done that data. And then from here, I'm just creating charts out of this on a new sheet. So that's what I've done with this Brazilian property data set. And I have my charts sitting out on this sheet here. And I've just pressed this button here. It's running a script. When it's finished running that script, it says charts transferred to slide 1. I'm going to press OK. And now my charts are sitting here on slide 1. And what I can do with this is that I can update the data. So I'm just going into connection settings here, and I'm just going to select a different data set because this isn't a live data set. So I'm going to the property sales of 2018-01. It's the same structure of data. Then I'm just going to refresh all the charts in here. So that'll just refresh my charts. As you see, different items on this page here. But when I press the button again, and it will update this with the new slides. So you can see this here, it's deleted those and updated with the new slides. And how I've done this is I've done this with App Script. So this is a look at my App Script here. This code, I'm going to keep it out on GitHub. So you have a link to that down below. It's fairly simple what I'm doing here. The first thing I want to do is create a function. With the function is transfer specific sheets to first slide. And that function is running when I press the button transfer to deck here. So you can see assign a script, transfer specific charts to first slide. So that's what's running when I press that button. Then I'm defining my slide deck. So slide decks equals slide app.open.id, and I'm putting that ID out there so you can see where that ID is coming from. It's coming from that slides presentation. Then I use spreadsheet.getActiveSpreadsheet.getActiveSheet, which is this sheet in here. So when I press the button, it sees that this is the sheet I'm looking for. I then get all the charts in that sheet. So that sheet's been defined. So charts equals sheet.getCharts. Then I just have a bit of validation in here. This is all if there isn't 4 charts on the page, then I'm just going to raise an alert saying there's not enough charts, because all the charts are going to a specific place and there'll be an error down below. So I'm getting the first slide on this slide deck, which is defined as slide 0. So that's what I'm just getting that in order to transfer graphs onto that. And then this one is just to remove the images that are there already when I'm transferring the new images on upload. So essentially what this is doing is this is removing all the elements as long as they aren't in a certain position. And the reason why I've done this, if not in a certain position, is just to ensure that my image up here isn't deleted. That's for this specific slide, but you don't need to include this element here. Next thing I'm going to do is insert all those images in a specific place in the slide. So there's 4 graphs here, and then I'm just going to map them around the page. So I've got my positions for each one. So I'm left 50, top 100, left 50, top 200. And then I'm putting in a width 150 by 100, 250 by 150. And that's just to orientate these graphs here on the slide. So essentially this one's smaller, this one is coming in first, and then this one is larger and longer, and I'm putting that underneath. So it just, that's the position I wanted in, left and top, and this is the width and height. And I'm doing my top left, my top right, they're the smaller ones, and then my bottom left and bottom right are the larger ones. And then all this is doing is this is just inserting them on the page. So we're getting 4 each chart mapping here, and then we're getting that from charts. So the index from charts, which is 2, we're converting that to an image, and we're putting that in where the left top width and height is. And then when that's all done, we're just getting a confirmation message saying we've been transferred to slide 1. So the bare bones of this is you just want to get the ID of your slides, grab your page, get your charts, and then put them on a page in a controlled manner so that every time you transfer, you've got this here. And all these things can be put on timers. We can schedule this refresh of the data and the charts and timers, and we can also schedule the refresh of the graph with time-based triggers as well. So as I said, I've put this code out on GitHub. If you have any questions, ask down below, and I'll see you very soon for another AppScript tutorial.